All right, so I'll just quickly add a track on here with our fayIN panel and go on into the shot, select the area. I want a track right here. It's done. Click static area because the house is moving and click start. What it does now, creates a whole 3D world, compares every frame to the one before and the one after, every pixel, so we are kind of aware where something is in the shot. So like with a parallax effect, something like that, we are able to cope with stuff like this where there's something in front of the original tracking plane I just set up. Even though this is not a plane tracker, if you hear plane, you're always like, okay, that's a plane tracker, but we are a 3D hybrid tracker right now with our own technology. And you could now work in After Effects while this is rendering as well. So this will build up the render time, obviously, but we're using now CPU, and as this is an Adobe application, we are using a lot of RAM. And we're already at 40% right now, if you can see that on your video here. And usually after 50%, the speed builds up pretty well, and we should be done in a jiffy. Right
Is
now.
there any? Is this all CPU? Or is there any GPU acceleration here?
GPU, I'd have to ask our CTO which function of the program uses a GPU. I think the later 3D conversion of the objects are GPU based renderings. We use our own render engine for that, so we don't use. We are finished, by the way, and we don't use like you see here 3D layers. I'll just quickly insert a footage here, like a transparent PNG, and just resize it, drag it along the wall where I want it. Always stays on the plane, and I just press play, and this took me about a minute or two to do this.
Can you do that thing where you flip it out, where it's sitting out in 3D space and looks like it's sitting on the street?
Yeah, sure. I was about to do that because I wanted to show you what separates us from a basic planar tracker or something like that. So I'll just rotate it this way, push it in front of the car, for example, and now I'll press play, and we are using the same track over again, so I don't have to go through all this tracking process anymore. I can use what I have done once. And the cool thing is, if you are working with a colleague and you are doing the tracking, he's doing the insert, you can save this file. We have only one Adobe After Effects file, and it saves all this information within it. So your colleague can open it a few days later on a different computer, and you'll be able to edit all these things I just did here, like pushing it around, changing the grid, and whatsoever. And I show you another cool feature. fayIN calculates the field of view, the motion of the camera, and the distortion of the lens fully automatic, so you don't need any EXIF data of the footage you have here to track. So footage that gets close to the edge of your shot will be distorted in the right way, so it looks even more realistic afterwards.
That's some good stuff for an editor like me who doesn't like to do this kind of work. Thanks, Felix.
Yeah, welcome.